Welcome to today's Yoga Flow. I'm Jasmine with Barcode Collective. This is going to be a 60-minute yoga practice. We're going to focus on creating strength as well as flexibility in the body. This will be a full body flow. So you will be creating strength throughout the body and also flexibility. And we'll begin in child's pose, just like Jacob, with the big toes together, knees wide, hips back, forehead down. We'll begin here for the next 10 breaths. So just begin to slow your breath down. Begin to tune in to how your body is in this moment. Notice if you have any tightness or any injuries that you're working with, and make sure to be mindful and compassionate with the body today, being patient with the process. Notice how your mind is today, whether your mind feels still or if your mind feels busy. Wherever it is today, just working with acceptance and tuning in to the breath, being present as much as we can. We'll breathe here for 5 more breaths. Notice as you slow your breath down, your body slowly begins to relax and create a little bit more space. You can set an intention for the practice. Maybe you have a devotion that you're committed to, or simply a mantra such as, I am present. While we practice today, we want our breath to guide our movement. So staying connected with the quality of your breath throughout your practice. If you begin to become short of breath, or you feel like you need a break and the quality of your breath is beginning to become compromised, you can always take a child's pose and come back to it whenever you need to. Otherwise, let's move forward into a tabletop pose. We'll slowly move forward onto the palms. And we're going to have the shoulders over the wrist, palms as wide as the shoulders, knees as wide as the hips, and heels as wide as the knees. From here, we'll take 5 cat and cows. Let's inhale for cow pose, look up to the ceiling. Exhale for cat pose, rounding your spine. 4 more. Inhale for cow pose, slide the shoulders. Exhale, cat pose, press the ground away. Good job. Inhale, cow, slide the shoulders down. Exhale, cat, press the ground away. Good job. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, cat pose, really press the ground away. 2 more. Inhale for cow, shoulders down to your hips. Exhale, cat pose, press the ground away. 1 more. Inhale, cow, slide the shoulders down. And exhale, cat pose, press the ground away. Tabletop pose. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lift the right knee up to the ceiling with the right leg bent. The right foot is going to face the ceiling. From here, just begin to circle the right knee around. And you want to draw as big of a circle as you can. And this will begin to add some mobility into the hips and get our bodies moving. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Keep your core engaged. And let's reverse direction, go in the opposite direction. Notice how your body feels. Maybe you feel tight or open in the hips at this moment. Whatever it is, just moving with it. Let's release slowly, tabletop pose. Take your time to release. Switching sides. Let's start with the left leg. Left foot facing the ceiling, left knee high, left leg bent. And again, begin to circle the left knee around as much as you can, creating a big circle to create mobility in your hips. And stay with your breath. You can close your eyes here. And just notice the subtleties of your body. And gently reverse, go in the opposite direction. Notice your core. Can you keep your core engaged? And let's release tabletop pose. Good job. From here, let's activate our core. We're going to press the left palm into the ground. Extend the right leg straight back behind you, right heel as high as the right glute. Flex the right foot so the right pinky toe is pointing down. Begin to press the right palm into the ground and extend the left hand straight forward towards the front of your mat. Notice how Jacob has his chin tucked in. He's relaxing the back of his neck. And can you extend the crown of your head forward to lengthen the spine a little bit more? From here, notice if your ribs are popping out, like with an arch in your spine. Instead, can you press your ribs back in to straighten the back? This will create more strength. Inhale, lengthen, creating more length. And knee to elbow, exhale, bring it in. 4 more times. Inhale, reach. Knee to elbow, exhale. Good job. Inhale, lengthen. Knee to elbow, exhale. Inhale, reach. Knee to elbow, exhale. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And knee to elbow, exhale. This time, inhale, reach. Bring only the left palm down. Coming into modified side plank, Jacob will face the right side of the room as he reaches the right hand up to the ceiling. Good job. And then Jacob, you can pivot your left foot to the left so that the heel is all the way behind the knee. And if you want more, you can make this pose more intense and lift the right foot off the ground. Flex the right foot. If you want something more intense, reach the right arm overhead. Notice again if your ribs are popping out, arching your spine. Can you knit the ribs back in to create more strength in your core? Good job. From here, breathing for 2 breaths. Feel as if your side body is lifting high to the ceiling. If you want something more, you can practice your balance and see if you can lift onto the fingertips of the left palm. This will begin to challenge you. It's difficult, so if you are having a hard time, that's the point. Maybe you even find a moment of balance with the left hand off the ground as well as the right leg. And you can try, even if you teeter-totter for the next breath or so, give it a shot, trying to find a moment of balance here. Can you do it, Jacob? Can you lift your left hand off? No? Okay. Fair enough. Tabletop pose.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next time. Okay. You can sway your hips side to side here, massaging your knees and your hips. Good job. Now let's find stillness and we'll try the other side. So let's begin. This time pressing the right palm into the ground. Extend the left leg straight back behind you. Flex the left foot and have the left pinky toe pointing down to the ground. From here, press the left hand down, extend the right hand forward. If you need some support, you can always tuck your back toes. Otherwise, if you want an extra challenge, having the back toes untucked creates more of a challenge. Let's breathe here for 2 more breaths. Can you keep the back foot flexed and your chin in without arching your spine? Can you press your ribs in so that you feel the spine straight as if you're lifting up to the ceiling with strength? Good job. Let's inhale, create some length, and knee to elbow. Exhale, bring them to meet. 4 more times. Inhale, lengthen, knee to elbow, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, knee to elbow, exhale. Good job. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, knee to elbow, exhale. Last one, inhale, reach, knee to elbow, exhale. This time, inhale, reach, bring the right palm down, modified side plank. Begin to pivot the right foot back so it's behind the knee. Left hand up to the ceiling. If you're a beginner, you can always keep the left foot on the ground. If you want more of a challenge, left foot is lifted. Notice if you're arching your spine, it happens naturally. Instead, press the ribs back in to activate your core. Left arm is reaching overhead. If you want an extra challenge, you come onto the fingertips. Maybe here at home, you want to practice lifting the right hand off the ground, even if it's for just a second. Good job. Nice. Tabletop pose. Beautiful. Come back to center. Sway your hips side to side to relax the knees and hips. Let's come into puppy dog pose from here. Tabletop pose, and then you walk the hands forward all the way until the arms are straight and your forehead can come down to the ground. If you're really flexible in the shoulders, maybe your forehead comes down, or even your heart and chin come down to the ground. Notice how Jacob has his hips over his knees. You want to feel that your hips are over your knees. So you have a straight line, creating depth in the back bend here. And just breathe here for 5 breaths. You want your hands to be as wide as your shoulders. And if you want something deeper, you have your hands as wide as your mat. Let your heart melt down to the ground, letting the chest, the collarbones, and the shoulders soften for 2 more breaths. Good job. Moving into Sphinx pose, we're gonna have the forearms pressing down and we're gonna slide forward onto our belly just like a snake. We're gonna move the elbows forward until they're just beneath the shoulders. As you look at your forearms, you should see the number 11. And then maybe you walk your elbows a little bit more forward. Jacob, you can walk yours probably 1 more inch forward. And then have your wrist a little bit wider, your palms a little bit wider, so that the middle finger is lined up with the elbow. From here, press into the forearms. Feel the energy of your elbows reaching back to your hips. As the shoulders slide down to your hips, look down to your nose and feel as if you're creating space across the collarbones, as if you want the collarbones to smile open. Allow the glutes and the legs to soften here. We'll breathe here for 2 more breaths. You want to feel as if your heart, your chest is moving forward through your arms, having it just pressing forward. From here, we'll come into extended cobra pose. So Jacob is just going to press into his palms to lift his elbows off the ground, straightening the arms. This is option 1. If you want more depth, just begin to walk your hands closer into your hips until you find the sweet spot for your body. And from here, just begin to broaden across the chest, have the shoulders slide down from your ears. Let your body soften into this pose. Maybe relax the lower back, let it surrender here for 2 more breaths. Good job. And feel your chest open a little bit wider here, Jacob, as if you're opening your collarbones. Good job. Breathe here for 1 breath. And very gently release the forehead back down to the mat. Bring your feet together. Let's tuck the toes. Slide your hands back until the palms are by the ribs and the wrists are lined up beneath your elbows. Let's activate our core and strength. We're going to press up into a plank pose on our next inhale. Just press into your palms. Inhale, straighten the arms, plank pose. We'll breathe here in plank for about 2 to 3 breaths. Good job. Activate the heels here. Feel as if the heels are lengthening to the back of the mat. Feel the size of your hips rise about 2 inches. And notice the shoulders Can you press the palms into the ground enough so that the center of your shoulders domes up to the ceiling? Good job. One more breath here. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Beautiful. As you arrive in down dog, just begin to walk your dog here, moving the hips side to side if that feels good. Activating your core, getting to know the body today, knowing that every day and throughout the day, our body feels different. Just allowing it to be as we move with it for our yoga practice. Good job. You can nod your head yes, and shake your head no. All right, from here, let's bring the feet together, bend the knees, come high onto the toes, look forward in between the wrists, and step the right foot forward, followed by the left. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your heart forward, and fold forward, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen further forward, and fold forward, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen forward to the front of your mat. Fold forward, exhale. Ragdoll pose. Feet are as wide as the hips, grabbing opposite elbows. You can lean forward towards your toes. If you feel tight or strain in the back of the legs, you can bend the knees just like Jacob and just begin to sway yourself side to side here for 3 breaths. Connecting with the breath. Feel as if you want the upper body to fully surrender and drape over the strength of your legs. Good job. Let's slowly release the hands down. From here, let's bring the left hand right beneath the face. Bend the left knee. Have the right leg straight and just reach the right hand up to the ceiling for a twist. You can look up to the right thumb if that feels okay for your neck. Otherwise, just look straight to the right side. We'll breathe here for 2 breaths. Focusing on your breath. And let's switch sides. Slowly release the right hand down. Bend the right leg, left leg straight, left hand straight up to the ceiling. We'll breathe here for 2 breaths. Notice your body, if you can make any adjustment. Maybe you revolve the bottom rib cage under a little bit more and that deepens your twist here. And release hands down. Let's add a slight bend to the knees, tuck your chin to the throat, and begin to roll up bone by bone as you stack one vertebrae over the other until your shoulders and head come up last. Good job. Let's walk our hands forward. Let's walk our feet forward to the front of our mat. Inhale, reach your arms out wide. Bring your palms together. Look up to your thumbs. Fold forward. Exhale, chest down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward. Exhale, chest down. Plank pose, palms down, step back to plank. Good job. Let's activate our core here before we really start our practice. Can you lift your hips up a couple inches higher to the ceiling? Can you dome the back by pressing your palms firmly down? We're going to do some revolved mountain climbers, and we're going to bring the right knee to the left elbow. And then we're going to switch left knee to right elbow and just keep going. I'll count from 5, and you go at your own pace. 4, stay connected with your breath. 3, twist as much as you can. 2 and 1. We'll meet in plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, hover halfway down if you can. Inhale, up dog. Press the body forward, arms straight. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, push your thighs back for a down dog. We'll breathe here for 2 to 3 breaths. While you're in down dog, a nice tip to relax the neck and shoulders is to keep your gaze towards the highest point in between your legs or looking at your belly button. To activate your strength, you want to press your fingertips into the ground as if you're gripping the mat like a gecko. Now let's step the feet together, look in between the hands. Come high onto the ball of the foot, look forward and step your left foot forward, followed by your right. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale, chest down. Let's inhale to rise, arms wide, palms together at the top. Hands to prayer, exhale. Good job. Inhale, arms out wide, palms together at the top, and fold forward, exhale, chest down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, fold forward, exhale. Plank pose, step back into plank. Good job. Let's activate our core here a little bit more. We'll lift our hips up a couple inches, press the palms into the ground to dome the center of your shoulders. From here, let's see if we can lift the right foot off the ground about 2 inches. Keep the left foot strong. And you can either stay here. Option 2, if you feel really strong, maybe you extend the left hand forward as well. Otherwise, you can stay here. And we'll breathe here for 3. Keep the left leg strong. 2. And switching legs. Right foot down, left foot hovering a couple inches. Keep the right foot strong. If you want, you can extend the right hand forward if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Let's hold here for 3. Make sure you're breathing. 2. And release. Plank pose. Good job. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest, cobra or up dog. Push your heart forward. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Push your thighs back. And we'll breathe in down dog for 2 to 3 breaths. Keep your core engaged in down dog. Remember to gaze at your belly button or the highest point in between your legs and grip the mat like a gecko. We'll take one more breath here in down dog, gazing at the belly button. And let's bring the feet together, look forward in between the palms. Option to step or to hop forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale, chest down. Inhale to rise, arms wide, palms together at the top, and hands to prayer, exhale. We'll do one more like this. Inhale, arms out wide, palms together, and exhale, fold forward, chest down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, and exhale, fold forward, chest down. Plank pose, step back into plank. Activate your core. Inhale, shift forward, and chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips, push your thighs back. Good job. Now let's step the feet together, bend the knees, look forward in between the palms, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale to rise, arms wide, palms together at the top, hands to prayer, exhale. Moving forward, let's bring the feet together. If you have lower back pain, feet will stay as wide as your hips. Let's take a chair pose. Take a seat in your imaginary chair and inhale, lengthen the arms forward. Keep the chest open, palms up to the ceiling, arms by the ears, triceps up by the ears. Good job. And engage your core. Inhale, lengthen a little bit more from the outsides of the ribs. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Plank pose, palms down, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, push your chest through. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips, push the thighs back. Good job. This time, inhale the right leg high, 3-legged dog. From here, we're gonna bend the right knee. And just like we did in the beginning of practice, begin to circle that knee around. While you do this, see if you can keep your core engaged and the left hamstring pressing to the back of the room to create space. And reverse, go in the opposite direction, noticing the opening of your body happening with every breath. Three-legged dog. Extend the right leg straight back behind you. Right knee to right elbow, exhale, bring it up as high as you can. Good job. Inhale, right leg straight back, three-legged dog. Knee to your nose. Exhale, can you squeeze the heel close to your glute? This will activate your hamstrings. Inhale, right leg up to the ceiling. Knee to opposite elbow, keep the heel close to the glute. Inhale, the right leg straight back. This time, knee to your nose. And step the foot forward. Let's ground the back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Heel to heel alignment. Press into the back heel, warrior one pose. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Good job. Facing forward towards your mat. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. See if you can bend the front knee deeper. Have the back foot at a sharp 45-degree angle and keep pressing into the back heel to bring the left hip shifting forward as the right hip opens and reaches back. Feel the sides of the ribs lengthen up to the ceiling as you inhale. And plank pose. Exhale, palms down, step back into plank. Option to flow through a vinyasa or go straight to down dog, up to you. Go at your own pace and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Good job. Left side. Inhale, left leg straight up to the ceiling. Bend the left knee and begin to circle that left knee around, creating space in the hips. Remember to keep your core engaged and the right leg pressing back. When you're ready, reverse, go in the opposite direction. Stay with your breath. Good job. Left leg straight back, three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, exhale. Inhale, left leg straight back, use your core. Knee to your nose, keep that heel close to the glutes. Inhale, left leg straight back. And knee to opposite elbow, exhale. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to your nose, and step it through. Bring the right heel down, press into the right heel. Inhale, warrior one, reach the arms up to the ceiling as you peel your torso off of your front thigh. Breathing here for 3 breaths. Keep your gaze focused. Root into that back heel, straighten the back leg if you can. Maybe you have room to bend the front knee a little deeper. Then feel as if someone is pulling the outer left hip back and the outer right hip forward. Feel the belly engaged. Inhale, reach from the outsides of your ribs. Fold into plank. Palms down, step it back. Optional vinyasa here or go straight to downward dog, you choose. We'll meet in down dog for 2 more breaths. Remember to grip the mat like a gecko and stay with the quality of your breath. Good job. Let's bring the feet together. Come high onto the ball of the feet. Look forward in between your hands and hop or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale to rise, arms out wide, palms together at the top, hands to prayer, exhale. Good job. Inhale, arms out wide, palms together at the top, fold forward, exhale. Chair pose, take a seat, keep your feet together or hip width distance. Inhale, arms up by the ears, engaging your core, lengthen from the outer armpits, and fold forward, exhale, chest down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Plank pose, step back into plank. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, push your heart forward, upward dog, downward facing dog, exhale. Good job. Inhale, the right leg straight up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow, exhale. Good job. Inhale the right leg back, knee to your nose, squeeze your heel up to the glute. Inhale the right leg straight back, knee to opposite elbow, bring it up as high as you can. Inhale the right leg straight back and knee to your nose, step it forward, ground the back heel down. Warrior one, inhale, root the back heel down as the arms rise. Breathing here for 2 breaths. Remember to shift the outer right hip back, left outer hip forward as you rise from the ribs. Beautiful. Warrior two pose. Open up into warrior two, arms out wide. Keep the gaze on the front middle finger. To have the gaze focused is to keep the mind focused. Stay with your breath. Keep in mind that the alignment for the feet here in warrior two is to have the front heel lined up with the back arch. See if you can bend a little bit deeper, creating more strength in the front leg, and have the back leg straight as you relax your shoulders. Nice. Inhale, reach the right hand forward, flip your palm, reverse warrior, take it back for 2 breaths. Keep the right arm overhead straight if you can. If you want something deeper, you can wrap the left arm around the lower back and reach for the outer right hip crease. Feel that side body stretch here. And warrior two, release into warrior two. Inhale, reach the right hand forward. Take side angle. Option to bring the right elbow to the right knee, or if you can go deeper, maybe the right palm down to the ground. If you have a bind in your practice, feel free to take your bind. Otherwise, if you have the right elbow on the knee or the right palm on the ground, you can always have the left arm overhead. And here, Jacob is taking the bind. You can keep rotating the top rib cage open to the ceiling wherever you are to create more space. And activate your strength by pressing the left side of your back foot deep into the ground, engaging your core. Feel as if the hips want to press forward as the rib cage rotates even more to the ceiling. Reverse triangle. We're going to straighten the right leg as the right hand reaches to the back of the room. As you keep the right leg straight, press into the right heel. And cartwheel the palms down to the mat. Plank pose. Step it back for plank. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open the heart, and downward facing dog. Good job. Let's do the left side. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, exhale, heel close to the glute. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to your nose, exhale. Good job. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to opposite elbow, exhale. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to your nose, step it forward, ground the back heel down. When you're ready, warrior one pose. Inhale to rise, arms up to the ceiling. Good job. You can use this moment to create a slow breath if you're beginning to breathe a little bit faster. And warrior two, arms open wide. Look at your left middle finger. Remember the alignment of your legs here, of your feet, is to have the front heel lined up with the back arch. Good job. And then Jacob, you can actually angle your back foot in a little bit more. Good job. And while you're in warrior two, gaze at the left middle finger, engage your core. See if you can bend deeper into that front knee. And relax your shoulders. Breathe here for 2 more breaths. Okay, let's inhale, reach the left hand forward, flip your palm, reverse warrior, take it back. If you want something deeper, wrap the right arm behind the lower back, reach for the left inner hip crease. Keep the arm overhead straight as well as the right leg. And warrior two pose. Let's arrive in warrior two. Inhale, reach the left hand forward, and let's take side angle. Option to take the same variation you did on the other side. Maybe you had a bind here. Wherever you are, see if it's still available on the left side. Remember to keep the back leg straight. Press the right side of your right foot deep into the ground and ask yourself, how can I lengthen my lower back to my right heel? While revolving my ribcage open to the ceiling and keeping my core strong. Naturally, your body will want to soften here, but can you keep the side body activated and rising up to the ceiling with strength? One more breath. Good job, reverse triangle. Left leg straight, left arm reaching straight back. Keep the left heel pressing to the ground, side body stretch, and cartwheel the palms down to the ground. Good job, step it back. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open the heart, push your chest forward, downward dog, exhale. Good job, breathing in down dog for 2 breaths. Keep your breath steady. Let's step the feet together, bend the knees, look forward, come high onto the feet, and step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, fold forward, exhale. Inhale to rise, arms wide, palms together at the top, hands to prayer, exhale. Inhale, arms out wide, palms together at the top, fold forward, exhale. Chair pose, feet together or apart. Take your chair pose. Reach your arms up by the sides of the ears. Breathing here for 2 breaths. Keep your core engaged. Weight in your heels. Inhale, lengthen from the outsides of your ribs and fold forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Plank pose, step back into plank. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, push your chest forward, downward facing dog. Good job, lift your hips. Inhale the right leg straight up, 3-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow, exhale. Inhale the right leg straight back, knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale the right leg straight back, knee to opposite elbow. Good job. Inhale the right leg straight back, knee to your nose, and step it forward. This time, stay here on the fingertips of the palms. Stay on the fingertips, And from here, we're going to straighten the right leg for a long pyramid pose. We'll be here for about 2 breaths. Just think about bringing the right hip back in space, left hip forward, and keeping the core engaged. Chin close to your throat to relax the back of your neck. 1 more breath. Okay, let's begin to bend the front knee. Begin to reach your arms back towards the back of your mat, so they're right by the sides of your body like Superman. Keep your body at this angle and begin to interlace the fingers behind your back, palms pressing together. Gazing at the front big toe. Keep the back leg straight if you can, back leg activated. Feel as if you want your heart to reach forward as your knuckles are reaching back, opening up your shoulders. And keep the shape of your arms, and we're just going to begin to peel the chest all the way up. Maybe you gaze up to the ceiling, or you can take a back bend here and reach your knuckles to the back heel as much as you can. Good job. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Let's come into high crescent lunge. Release the hands forward and up for your high crescent pose. And let's take a twist. Reach your right hand straight back behind you as the left hand reaches forward. Option to gaze at the right side, or you can gaze at the back thumb. Wherever you are, stay engaged with your core and stay with your breath for 2 more breaths. Stay in your twist, and let's bring our palms into prayer for a prayer twist. Hook your elbow on the outside of your front knee. If your quads are on fire, stay with it for 2 more breaths. See if you can create more strength and keep your left hip bone activated, reaching up to the ceiling, while your right hip is pulling back. 1 more breath here. Inhale, high lunge, arms up to the ceiling, arms out wide, warrior two. Relief is around the corner. Reverse warrior, take it back. And warrior two. Let's straighten the right leg for triangle pose. Inhale, right hand forward and triangle. Take your triangle. Left hand up to the ceiling. Good job. Triangle has never felt so good. Breathe here for 5 breaths. Stay activated in your core while revolving the top hip and top rib cage open to the ceiling. Good job. And then Jacob, you can make your stance a little bit shorter. Maybe walk the back foot forward and have the back foot more at an angle. Good job. Have the front middle toe always facing directly forward. And perfect. Look at your front big toe. Let's bring the hands down to frame the right foot. We're going to walk the back foot forward about 5 inches for pyramid pose. You want your feet to be about 3 feet away from each other, heel to heel alignment. From here, if you need to, you can always bend the knee or modify it as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And fold forward, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, and fold forward. Breathe here in pyramid pose for about 3 breaths. Keep your chin tucked close to your throat. One day your forehead will touch your knee, but no need to force it. Instead, think about creating as much length as you can in the legs and in the spine. Good job. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Let's take this to warrior 3 pose. We're going to begin to lengthen our heart so much forward that our left foot is going to lift off the ground for warrior 3. Option to have the arms out wide like an airplane. This may help you with balance. And do what you can here for the next 2 breaths. You want to engage your lower belly and engage your toes for balance. Beautiful. Let's slowly step the left foot back and plank pose. Bring it all the way back. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open the chest, and downward facing dog. We have 1 more side of strengthening here. So stay with it, stay with your breath. Relief is around the corner. Inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, exhale. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to your nose, exhale. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, left leg straight back, knee to your nose, and step your foot forward. Good job. Come onto the fingertips of the hands and just begin to straighten your left leg here for a long pyramid. Breathing here for 2 to 3 breaths. You want to soften your neck so you have your chin tucked in to relax the neck and relax the shoulders. Think about breathing slow here for 2 more breaths. Okay, let's bend the front knee. Begin to look at your front big toe and let's bring the arms back by the sides of the body. And begin to hover your body off of your front thigh a couple of inches just to activate your core. You want to have your right foot on the ball of the foot. So then Jacob, you can walk your back foot more back to create more of strength. There you go. Interlace the fingers behind your back and we'll hold this shape for 2 breaths as you simultaneously reach your heart forward and reach your knuckles back. Feel the shoulders lift up to the ceiling for 2 more breaths. Your feet are as wide as your hips here. This will help you to balance a little bit easier. And let's take it into a back bend. Keep the palms as they are, but begin to lift your chest up to the ceiling. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling. See if you can bend deeper into the front knee. And we'll breathe here for 2 more breaths. Keep reaching your knuckles to the back heel as you lift your chest up to the ceiling. High crescent lunge. Release the hands forward and up for your high lunge. And left hand reaches back for a twist. You can gaze at the left side of the room, or you can gaze to the left thumb, whatever feels most natural. Feel your left hip being pulled back, your right hip being pulled forward to deepen your twist. Good job. And then Jacob, see if you can bring the left middle toe facing forward. Nice. And from here, let's bring the hands into prayer wherever you are and twist. And if you're like Jacob, and if you feel tired, just know that it's common. You build strength. It's okay.
Just trying to make you feel better. Not all the struggles.
Exactly. We're all struggling together. Just keep breathing. And let's come into high lunge. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. High crescent lunge. And warrior 2 pose. Ground the back heel down, arms out wide. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Take it back for 1 breath. And warrior 2 pose, come back to center. Left leg straight. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Triangle pose, left palm to the ground, right hand up to the ceiling. Option to gaze to the side of the room or up to your thumb if your neck feels okay. We'll be here for about 4 more breaths. Even though we are in this pose, you still want to keep your legs activated, especially your quads. You want to flex the quads by lifting up your kneecaps. This will protect your hamstrings from hyperextending. Take 1 more breath here as you inhale. Gaze down to your front foot and release the palms down to frame the front leg. Walk the back foot forward a couple inches until both legs are comfortably straight and you have heel to heel alignment. Pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And fold forward, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the right hip forward. And fold forward. Exhale, breathe here in pyramid for 2 to 3 breaths. Tuck your chin close to your throat, relaxing the back of the neck. And keep your right hip revolving forward, left hip reaching back. All right, let's inhale, halfway lift. From here, coming into warrior 3, we're gonna reach the chest so much forward that the back leg begins to lift off the mat. You can bring the arms out wide like an airplane to help with balance. Ideally, you want the right hip to be facing down as well as the right pinky toe. Keep your core engaged here for 1 more breath. And begin to bend the front leg until your palms come down for a runner's lunge. Step back, plank pose. Good job. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open the chest, and downward facing dog. Releasing into a child's pose. Bring the big toes together, knees wide, hips back, forehead down. Here we'll begin to close our practice just how we began in child's pose. Beginning to slow your breath down. If you like to take a more traditional Shavasana, you can pause the video and instead lie on your back, and you can set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes. Good job, and just wake up when you need to. Otherwise, begin to relax here, softening the palms, softening the legs, softening the body, the mind. Just for a moment, finding a moment of peace, a chance to surrender and fully trust here. Integrating all that you worked on throughout your yoga practice, allowing your body to rest and feel the subtle changes that you've created in the mind, in your body, and in your overall energy. And thank you so much for practicing with us today. We had a great time, and today's class was challenging, but it also helped you to create balance and flexibility. Thank you for practicing with us today, and we'll have a new flow next week. And namaste.
Yeah.
Good job.